What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, I want to say that I hope everybody had an amazing new year. Whatever goals you accomplished last year or in any of these previous years, I hope that you accomplish 10 times that this coming year. I know 2019 was a bit hard on a few people. Let's bounce back 2020, hit it even harder than before. And yeah, just have a great year. Do whatever you want to do what makes you happy. So let's get into this video, guys. Alright guys, so as you know, I started this channel off to be a car channel, posting my upgrades and just bringing you guys along the ride with me. However, I did unfortunately crash my car and it was a total loss, but if you guys saw my last two previous videos, I did tell my car fans that I had something new. So as you could tell by the title of this video, I got myself a new car. Let's check it out. If you guys do follow me on Instagram, you know exactly what I am talking about. If you do not, stay tuned and I'll show you guys right now. I'll give you a brief little tour of the new car. Alright, so without further ado, here is the brand new car. It is a 2016 Hyundai Veloster. However, it is not the turbo edition, so I'm going to be one of the few YouTubers with a Veloster that does not have a turboed edition Veloster. However, I still think it's pretty cool. Let's start off with the outside of the car. I love the sleek design of the hatchback. It's has like a sporty vibe to it without being too obnoxious. This car is a 3-door car. There's one door. However, there's no door on this side with the exception of the driver door. So I think that itself is pretty cool. It's pretty unique. Most hatchbacks are either 2 doors or 4 doors. This one is only 3. So I thought that was super cool. That caught my attention. And here we have our stock 17-inch alloy wheels, which are pretty nice to have because most cars I had just had the wheel caps on. So it's nice to have actual alloys for a change. I'm still planning on changing out the wheels, just not anytime soon. And let's get into a quick tour of the car. Alright, so first thing you notice is this cool little design right here for the door handle. It actually makes it really easy to open and close the door from here. I saw quite a few videos on people saying that they hated this design for their Veloster and that it would like interrupt them like locking the doors or putting the windows up or something. Honestly, I think that's BS. I call BS on that. I think it's a cool design. It makes it fun to want to close your door, and honestly these light up at night, so I have no problem unlocking my door, and I never really lock the windows, so I don't even have to worry about that. Moving on to the steering wheel, this is a Triptronic transmission, meaning that I can drive the car in automatic as it's meant to be, or I can actually use it as a manual car going up and down gears. This is a 6-gear, this goes up to 6 gears. And one other thing I absolutely love is right there. We have paddle shifters on the Veloster, guys. Keep in mind this is not the turbo edition, but we do have paddle shifters, and I think that is super cool. I had a Triptronic car before, but it was only through here, so if I were driving in a manual, I would go up gears, down gears through the shift knob. But if I don't want to take my hands off the steering wheel, I can just go up gears here, go down gears here. Simple as that. Now, we do have a touchscreen radio, which is pretty much essential in 2020. If you don't have a touchscreen radio, then I don't know, man, but you need to get yourself one. This one did come stock, obviously, and it's about an 8-inch screen, which I think is really cool. One other thing that I like about the inside of the car is how spacious it is. For it to be a hatchback and a pretty compact car from the outside, it's quite spacious, you know. And I literally just washed my car. I put the front seat all the way back And then while the front seat was all the way back, I actually went to the back to vacuum back there, and I still had plenty of space, and I have pretty long legs, so that says something. That's pretty cool. So moving on to the steering wheel more in depth, we have our modes, so you can go between FM, AM, Pandora radio, which comes with the car. You do have to pay for that, however. CDs, Bluetooth, you have your volume here, change songs here, answer and decline calls. Your car does have voice recognition, just like Siri or Google Voice if you have Android. Cruise control here, all your basic essentials. You have your traction control here. Make sure to turn that off when you're driving in the rain. I'm just kidding, unless you want to, just be careful, please. Obviously here you have your glove compartment. Mine's kind of a mess right now. You have your sunglasses holder, which I don't really use. Your sun visors. I think this is a cool little perk, is that both sides of your sun visors have a little tiny light. And I think that's cool because most cars only have one or none at all. Another thing I did want to mention are the seats. I think it's really cool. It's like a bucket seat design, and I love that it says Veloster on it. These seats came stock with the car, but it gives it such a sleek design. It looks really cool. These look like racing seats, and they're so comfortable to ride in. Okay, since we are outside of the car, let's go around to the back. Like I said, it is a hatchback and it looks pretty cool. Here you have your stock muffler setup, which I'm going to change, by the way. Just stay tuned for that. Here is your rear view camera, your Hyundai, and the Veloster. I love the rear view camera. I'll show you guys what it looks like from the inside. The rear view camera is placed at this weird looking angle, but it helps you get the best vision while parking backwards, which I think is super cool. Alright, so here I'm going to show you guys the reverse. And as you can see, it's really wide. So not only does it show where you're going to park, but it shows you the lane next to you, both on your left and right side. That way, you know exactly where the other cars are and you won't have to worry about crashing into them. Another thing that I think is cool is it gives you the safety indicator. So obviously the green, let me zoom in for you guys. Obviously the green shows you all the space that you could park where you are good. The yellow means you're getting close to your car, and then the red means that you're gonna hit if you pass this red. But that is what I wanted to show you guys. Another cool little feature. Let me drive forward just so I could re-show you guys. Okay, so you see here, that's the parking space, and this actually indicates the outside of your car, of the Veloster. So as long as you park within this area, that means that you are perfectly aligned within these lines. As you can see here, I'm a little more on this side than I am on this side, which is still fine because I'm still going to be in between the lines, and I will show you guys right now. Alright, let's go outside. In between my line. And in between my line. Super cool. So let's move into the trunk. The trunk is quite spacious, as you can see, and the seats do go down if you need that additional space. Let's go ahead and close this up. One other thing I thought was super cool about the Veloster is, I don't know if you guys can see it, it has that like kind of wide-bodied look to it without it actually being wide-bodied. So I think that is super cool. Obviously here you have your door handle for the third door, and this is the front passenger seat all the way back. It looks like it would be tight in here, but like I said, I have long legs and I actually fit perfectly right there. Have my little trash can here for my passengers, and this is a 4-seater, not a 5. There is a built-in cup holder right there in the middle. One thing that I thought was cool, I actually didn't notice until today, is that even though this has no door on this side, you still get the little like hand thing. I don't really know what that's called, but that's a cool little perk. Before moving on to the engine bay, another thing I really like about this car are the little tiny detail accents like this. For example, the doorstep where it says Veloster. And if you come in here, right underneath the radio, there is another little symbol that says Veloster. This really has no purpose, but it makes the car look cool. It just gives it that little tiny detail, you know, like when people say that details matter, that's what they're talking about. So let's move on to the engine bay. Just a little preview of how it looks before getting to the engine bay. Ignore this, for Christmas I had put a Christmas wrap over my hood and the tape kind of got stuck on here and I haven't really had time to take it off. Now that the airplane passed, let's go ahead and get into this. That right there is one thing I absolutely love. The fact that the hood just moves up by itself like that with these air struts. Beautiful. Most cars, even till this day, 2020, you have to take out that little stick and then like find the hole and like put it in there that way it could hold the trunk. Hold the hood, my bad. But as you can see, this goes up by itself and it actually holds by itself. Let's say whatever reason you want to hold it midway, you can do that. But let's open it all the way up. Now this is a nice little compact engine bay. It is pretty small, but it is still spacious on the inside. I don't know too much about the GDI engines, but I will learn about it as I adventure with this car. Here you have your intake system, which I might change, might not change. Just stay tuned on that. I do have some plans for this car. I just not too sure at the moment, but that is it, guys. That is my quick little car tour. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the car. If you have a Hyundai Veloster, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, smtb222. Like I said, I do have some things planned for this car. I actually have something very, very soon coming up for this car that I'm super, super excited for. But before ending this video, let's go on a little test drive. Going about 60 miles an hour right now on 4th gear. I'm gonna slow it down a bit, getting a stop sign, a red light here. But one thing that I really like about my car is, yes, it is only 130 horsepower, but with the Triptronic engine, it feels so much faster. Triptronic transmission, sorry about that. So with the Triptronic transmission, it feels so much faster than just 130 horsepower. Like, it feels like it's, I'm not sure how much, but it feels faster than that. And it's really cool because you can literally just drive it as you would a manual car versus just your regular everyday like automatic car. You just put it in drive and go. No, you can actually have fun with this car. And when you have it on the Triptronic mode, when you're switching between gears, going 3rd, 4th, 5th gear, you're able to hear the engine a little bit more. Like I said, I am planning on changing out my exhaust, but you can still hear like the little tiny like baby like grrr. You know, it's pretty nice. And going fourth gear, I got up to like 75, but it felt pretty fast. It felt like it was like 100, but then when you're driving Triptronic on the freeway, you're literally going like 80 or 70, and it feels like you're going 40. Like, it's just so smooth. One thing I really like about Hyundai is the way that they did their Triptronic transmission. It has a dual clutch, so when you are driving Triptronic, if you move up a gear, obviously to go faster, it takes a second. It has a bit of a delay before it catches and it moves up to the second gear. And the reason why it does that is that way you can still have that like sporty feel and that manual feel to it without damaging your gas mileage. Like most other cars, if you have a Triptronic transmission, you move up gear, it just like instantly, but it murders your gas mileage. So what Hyundai did was to make it more eco-friendly while also being sporty is they put in that little bit of lag. That way when you do change gears, it changes smoothly versus abruptly, like just boom out of nowhere. It's just like a nice little transition, so you don't even feel that you changed the gear. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I did give you guys the quick little car tour, a little like driving tour, and that's pretty much it. So this is going to be the new car, my new daily that I'm also going to be working on. Keep in mind that I do have something very, very special for this car coming up really soon, so please stay tuned for that. Follow me on Instagram if you have not already. It's SMTB222, just like the YouTube channel. And I hope to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the car, what you guys think of like any plans that I should do for my car, or just let me know what you think overall. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Is it recording?
Yep.
Oh my god, we're gonna die! Ah! Oh, those trucks give me anxiety. Okay. What is up, you guys?
Oh.
Maybe you gotta help me. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna put that in the blooper too.
I don't know.
Little Pip, little Tracy.
Exit 3.
What the hell?